Still needs more. Holy, flashed off the angle. They're just going to try and rock their way up short. There are two here on the ramps. They need to be very careful with this.
Yeah, but look, they figured it out. BC.GAME had a bit of a look in towards that B-bomb site, and it was just enough to plant away the bomb, make it 9-9, and ENCE are now the ones that have got to be wary of this T's hunting them. It's like there's cash in the bank here for the T side. They can comfortably go in for these hunts, which would definitely benefit them, because ENCE are running dry on cash at the moment. And with Andu hitting headshots like that, well, it is definitely working out here for the T side. Milty's just desperately trying to stay alive. Does damage with the incendiary. Does take out Andu, but it's only really one. There you have it, BC.GAME. Beautiful hunt out here from the team. And they finally equaled it out. It's 9-9. After being 7-1 down out here, Josh. Back in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Tied up, and actually with the advantage here as well as... Not really sure where you go from here.
Again.
There it is again. Again from s1mple. 3 rounds in a row. 3 rounds in a row. Someone from ENCE is limping away. A brutal, brutal start. It is just the pistols. They should be made light work of. And this will be BC.GAME on to 10.
There you go. Should be indeed 5 7s and pistols out here looking for just some cheap headshots they can find. And well, only one was good. As that is going to be BC.GAME looking up to double digits first. It's Andu. 1 par for the ace actually here. He's found the 4th. He's searching for the 5th. I don't think Pody is going to give it to him. But that definitely is going to help Andu's confidence go up. Even if it's just against pistols, it's him getting back in, connecting those headshots, feeling good on the server. And we've definitely been seeing it. Because when BC.GAME were losing, Andu was barely having any kills. Now everybody out here from BC.GAME, bar one, because there always needs to be one, everyone's come back in. Ready to play.
On 20.
And yeah, from what we thought was going to end quickly, we're now into round 20, right?
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised we've even got here in the first place. I mean, it doesn't surprise me that we saw a resurgence out of BC.GAME. I was not expecting them, even if DUST2 didn't sort of output the same kind of damage as Mirage. I really wasn't expecting them to just roll over and die here on DUST2 when they were 7-1 down. It was only a matter of time before they started giving us something, but this is more than something. This is a hell of a lot. Andu falls early, but s1mple is still smashing shots. Primetaps has found a head elsewhere too. And this is for 11 rounds. And to push ENCE back onto no cash, they would be in prime position to take 12, to take map and series point qualification into the quarterfinals. A match that we sort of teed up to say, yeah, this is probably going the distance. This is probably going to 3 maps. And
Dead end. Yeah.
yeah, BC.GAME don't want to play 3 maps.
There you go. I mean, you have to give it to s1mple as well. It's s1mple. He's s1mple, and there's not that many oppers that could just go down middle, refrag onto Pody, and manage to still scale up short, find that second frag, and essentially find a round here. Because ENCE on an effective 2v4, it's not like it's really going to be easy to get back into any bomb site. So ENCE already pulled the plug. They don't have the cash to work with it either. Yeah, it's 11 on the board here for BC.GAME. A huge comeback being made, and now ready to try to send it home on a 2-0 up against ENCE as well, who are having a really decent start on both of these maps.
Indeed they were. Hunting now to look at the money. It's got to a point where for BC.GAME they say s1mple's got 8k in the bank, it'll be 10k after the bomb goes boom. 5 figures. It's enough to justify him getting a little exploratory. Pushes over the top. Akanito finds one. s1mple will be traded and that will be recovered. So it's only a rifle lost in pursuit of getting rid of those two M4s, and it does them massive favors because it's not just two M4s carried through, it's the Kevlar and the util that goes with it, and the ability to be able to then drop. And the fact that they're now not able to drop over puts them in real jeopardy. They're going to call a pause here because they really don't want to be giving BC.GAME series point.
The rest of his team has got to keep up with him rather than the other way around. And BC.GAME loving life. ENCE. They knew they had the advantage. CT side is struggling, so they're going to be going in for a half investment either way here. Not keeping it just to USPs. They can't afford that anymore. BC.GAME are one away from map point and series point as well. So let's see it. MP9's dealing damage. It's the pistol out of Natu to take down 2 on short. There you go. Things are changing around. It's not all over yet though. Let's not put our hands on our heads just yet. It is Prime Taps to come back through. Natu taken care of. And it's still a 3v3 that can definitely be dealt with out here by BC.GAME. The scout out of Pody taken out as well by S1MPLE. And some Young and Milty left into this 2v3 will be able to salvage guns. But it will still be a very tough engagement out here for the remaining players of the CT side. Prime Taps fully blinded. They're walking by each other right now. Chips in the night, inside of the smoke. And there's 2 where that came from. Suddenly, Prime Taps somehow keeps them at bay.
Surely. Not one
It's
that
12.
ENCE are going to go for now. Yeah, they have to just hold on to that AK, hold on to that AWP, get on out of there. Play for OT. It is one hell of an attempt from Nightyu, but he finds those 2 kills. I was confident that ENCE were going to just throw that spanner in the works that needed to come. You know, you go into a round like this, they made the right call to not overinvest. They made the right call to just go for the pistols and say we're going to have a full buy in that sort of 12-9 round. But you're secretly crossing your fingers under the table, right? You're secretly praying that this is going to be one that goes your way. And, well, it very nearly did. You can't ask for much more from Nightyu.
It's down to this last round. And I am scrolling right now through ENCE's match history. It's been over half a year, I think, since they lost 0-2. It's been since the 15th of May, since they lost to Passion UA in a 2-0. It's never been done ever since then. It's taken this many months for ENCE to lose on a 2-0 if BC.GAME get through into this one. And they have not known this kind of defeat in a while. It would really hurt them, especially going into so many events. BC.GAME showing up such a good game right now. They've only lost in 2-1 fashion, yeah.
Oh, Nightyu's super aggro though in the T-spawn, and this doesn't really give them options. Prime Taps has found the entry out along, and it sort of commits them to this, because they're sandwiched in. And unless Andu can find an escape route, which he does, then A has to be the destination. I think it might be anyway, but now the pressure's off. The 4v2, Andu and Prime Taps are low, so they need to be careful. This could still go wrong. As it stands, they're in a decent position. They're in a very good position, in fact. I'll give them a little bit more credit.
Yeah. Some Young's coming in. He's out onto Longhouse, ready to execute. Could be the final moments we have of this best of 3. BC.GAME are gonna walk up, and Rigon, if he finds more than 2, this is still very doable. Spots out Andu, can't take him down. Some Young comes in from long, and it's really up to Rigon, who finds the 2 needed. There you go, it's down to Nexa, 1v2, and he's gonna run away. He has the bomb indeed. Is anybody gonna pick him in from CT? Doesn't even matter now. It's still a 1v2, and with no util left out here for ENCE, this isn't over.
They're not even going to start to rotate until that bomb goes down as well. So this is already going to be sort of a third of the way, maybe even halfway ticked before they get into position. And they're scrambling around, trying to swap out Rigon's AWP for a rifle. Aid goes in, decent damage onto Nexa. He will confirm they're both coming up from the doors. Now he's just got to land the heads, but they'll both swing together. And Nexa doesn't even pull the trigger. I like the idea to grab the bomb and go B. But yeah, it was not up to scratch for the clutch. And a real round fumbled. That was a key opportunity to just get this series over and done with and stay alive.
I have to give credit where credit is due as well. Rigon, if he crumbled under the pressure out there. Sun Da-young would have been all by himself. Definitely a round that's not really approachable. But he finds the double. And Sun Da-young takes care of the